41-year insulin-dependent diabetic since the age of 11, and really never had any complications through life. Had 2 beautiful children, and at the age of 37, got bit by an ant, and the ant bite wouldn't seem to heal, and started getting infected, and next thing I know, I'm in with an MD, and then going to a podiatrist, and then to a cardiothoracic, and found out that I had peripheral artery disease, and ended up going through a cardio doctor, and he did a lot of testing on me and told me that everything would be fine, it would heal up, and within 10 or 15 years I would probably need an angioplasty with stents. In less than 2 years, I went back in for further testing when they told me that there was nothing else they could do for me, that I needed to prepare for amputation because I had developed gangrene in the foot, and went through a surgical procedure and had bypass surgery on my leg, my left leg, and that got me through 8 years. And when that failed, I went back in and had another surgical procedure where they harvested from the right leg and put it into the left leg, and that only lasted about 9 months. And when I developed gangrene for a second time and had 3 toes that had turned black, I started searching for another avenue. And I went on the internet and found a podiatrist, Dr. Bell, and found a Save a Leg, Save a Life on his website, and thought maybe this is my next avenue. So I called their number and made an appointment and went in to see the podiatrist, and he started doing debridements on the black toes and told me that he wanted to send me to a specialist, an interventional cardiologist, Dr. Yazan Khatib. So I came to First Coast Cardiovascular and met with Dr. Khatib, and he confirmed that he thought he was going to be able to help me.
Carla is not really just a patient. I'd like to say that most of my patients are not just a patient. Most of them we develop a very good bond, some more than others. Carla is definitely a very dear friend, and me and her have gone through, and most of the people in the practice have been part of this fight. It's been a real fight against a very aggressive, vicious process of blockages that were totally unremitting, starting at a very young age. She was below 40 when she started. And when she came to me, she had sores, I think, on 8 of her 10 toes. We were very determined to help her out. She was very determined, and that was extremely helpful. We went in the first time and failed. After she's already failed bypass, we went the second time and failed. And then I sat down with her and I said, listen, Carla, I failed twice, but I think we could try one more technique if you're willing to try it. And she was determined. She said, go for it. So we went the third time, and we did it together with our surgical colleagues. And Dr. Pierce then came and helped me, and we worked together. It had a marvelous outcome, saved all 10 of her toes. The type of blockages she has were recurrence, so she had multiple recurrences over the past 5 years. But thank God, every time we were able to treat the recurrence, again, keeping her ambulatory, keeping her fully functional.
So he took me to put me in a hospital and started cleaning out my arteries and getting the plaque out and stenting, putting stents in my legs, and eventually started working on my heart when I realized that I had also developed cardiovascular disease, something I had inherited from my father. And he started putting stents into the heart and has actually stented my brain and my legs. The first appointment that I had with Dr. Khatib, when I met him and his group, and we realized that I was going to need a procedure done, when he put me in the hospital, he worked on me for 5.5 hours at one time, just trying his best to make sure that he could get through and get the first stent in. He was not going to stop, and he told me, I can fix this, I can do this. And I can't tell you how overwhelmed I was. It was a wonderful feeling, knowing, because I had been so close to amputation, that there actually was help out there.
Unbeknownst to her, and to me, she actually, later on, we found out she had significant blockages elsewhere. And if she did not come for me to fix her legs, we probably were never going to know about the blockages in her heart, which we were able to successfully repair and really not only save her legs, but I think in some respects save her life.
I advocate on a daily basis for this group of people here that have saved my leg and saved my life. They absolutely work from the heart.